So I'm gonna do a reading on Golden Baby and Young Pharaoh. Now, the person who requested, they said that Young Pharaoh had a lot to say about it, and I did look it up, but I couldn't find any videos of him talking about the breakup. And then when it came to her, I watched bits and pieces of her talk about it, but she wasn't really talking about anything. You know, she was like, you know, okay, for one, I felt like she wasn't really being herself. I felt like she's really pissed off and she wanna light a match under that motherfucker and tell it how it really is, speak her motherfucking mind, but she's still trying to be whatever projection of a divine feminine that she have, which I don't know, is not my definition. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay? Because, sometimes you gotta call a motherfucker out. But I could tell that she's carrying that energy, but she's not allowing it to come out because she still wants to be perceived by a certain community, and I believe it's that Hotep community, as a divine feminine, and she's trying to carry herself in a certain type of way that is beneficial to everybody but her. So, it is what it is. So I couldn't really take too much of her energy, and I could also tell that she is sad and she's trying to project the image that she's okay, and she giving this whole spiel about, I don't know. She was saying something how she handled the breakup so well, and I'm just like, alright, alright, whatever. Okay. So it just wasn't my cup of tea. I was really interested in seeing what young Pharaoh have to say. So if y'all have a link, please link it down below, cause I'm just curious. Cause I bet he ain't gonna hold back. I bet he don't have no messed up perception of what a divine masculine is. And I bet it don't got nothing doing with protecting the black woman. So, child. And another interesting part is that, when a person requested, I asked him, I like, oh, this his wife? Because I thought she was his wife. I did a reading on young Pharaoh a while ago. And I think at that time I thought that this woman was his wife, but it's his baby mom, she's a girlfriend and everything like that. Um, I kind of look at marriage as a contract. Like, to me, the marriage and the love part is kind of separate. I feel like there's benefits to marriage, and I do feel like that is a way for a man to show like he want to make sure that you taken care of. He want to make sure that you always going to be straight under his name. So I feel like it's important, and I do feel like it's an expression of love in a way, but it is very contractual. But I feel like some other beliefs about marriage is toxic, but I'm not gonna get into them right now. Make sure these cards good and shuffled. But yeah, I did think it was interesting that they had, shoot, when I did our reading, she was pregnant and they already had 2 kids, so 3 kids together. And now they just broke up, like just a regular old couple. 3 kids together and they just broke up. Like, we just gonna break up. So, yeah, I do see the importance in marriage. And I feel like if a man truly love you, he would think about that and think about ways to always care for you and look after you. All right, so let's get into it. I don't know because if she did mention in the video why they broke up, I didn't hear that part. So I don't know why they broke up. So I guess I'm gonna ask that first. All right, so I feel like this was long overdue. Like, they've been having problems for a minute, and I feel like it's due to this shift. Like, there's been a major shift in energy, and it just like exploded because Golden Baby, she's going through some type of spiritual awakening where she is changing. And he look at this change, he don't look at it as a good thing. He feel like I want to say like two-faced or something like that. Like he feel like she switched up on him. She not the same person that she was when he first got with her. But duh, I mean, people change. People, what she thought she wanted at the beginning of this relationship is not what she want now. And that's a natural process. And I feel like he went through the process too. But a lot of times in society, um, it's more acceptable for a man to change the way that he was from the beginning of the relationship until later. But for a woman, it's almost expected for her to stay the same. And I don't think that's right, but it's ingrained in the mentality, it's ingrained in the culture. So a lot of men feel justified to judge women this harshly. And I feel like there has been changes when it came to the pregnancies, having the babies. I'm feeling like maybe she even experienced uh post pregnancy depression. I forgot what's the name of it. But after you have a baby and all the hormones and things, it's common for women to go through a depression. And I feel like she went through that and she came out on the other side a different woman. And I feel like she was pushing him to change some of his ways. Like maybe give her more time, not cheating, um, not wanting more of a commitment. And he started to feel like he couldn't be himself. And he started to feel really restricted in a relationship and unhappy. He felt like she was giving a whole lot of ultimatums that he felt like he had to challenge them because he felt like she was attacking his manhood. But I feel like she was just looking for more in a relationship to make her feel stable. Because at that point, from where she stood, she felt like she was already giving so much. I mean, and that's just by having the kids. Ain't no telling what else. So she felt like she was already given so much, so she wanted more of a commitment from him, and he felt like she was challenging him. And I felt like they've been growing distance from for a while. I also feel like she felt like he was restrictive, maybe even possessive, and she didn't have room to be free or grow into the woman that she was becoming. So, and I feel like it was toxic on both sides just because, um, hmm, I feel like some of the ways that she tried to get him to change might have been like a little sneaky, a little underhanded, a little manipulative. And I feel like that's because she's passive aggressive. She not really direct or as direct as she should be. Or she didn't feel like she could challenge him, so she tried to do it in a different way. She was trying to get him to appreciate her more or to commit more. And I feel like sometimes he would kind of like check out of the relationship, like he's not home every day and he say that he's busy doing things, but it was just like this major disconnect. So, which I feel like I talked about this in the last reading. I kind of wished I listened to it before this reading, but I'm just gonna roll with the punches. Now, I don't know how old she is, but I feel like she probably very young because it's almost like the energy of entering into your Saturn return or something like that. Which she might not be entering her Saturn return, but the transformation energy is like that. She went through some type of awakening, um, where she just, the things that she wanted at the beginning of the relationship, she didn't want those things anymore. And I also think that it was starting to make her sick. And it's something that she wanted to do creatively that I felt like young Pharaoh was preventing her from doing it or blocking her from doing it because either he didn't agree with it or something, but she she was feeling really passionate about it to the point that her trying to repress it, it was starting to make her sick. All right. Oops, too many cards. Get some clarity on this selfhood. Yeah, so I'm using my Own My Tarot deck, which is on Etsy and it's also on Make Player Cards. It's cheaper when you purchase it from Make Player Cards. On Etsy is $5 more. So just to let you know. So the card I pulled is, should I follow my calling or do what will make everyone else happy? I need a I want to edit and put else on here. Okay. Damn, that's so damn fitting. So, yeah, she just changed. No, she's not the same person, and she want to do what would make her happy now. All right. She felt betrayed by him. I think that he might have cheated, and she started to feel insecure by his lack of attention. I think he even pulled away, like giving her validation. And I felt like at times he made her feel like she wasn't beautiful, either by being critical or judgmental of her body or something. But it was like they stopped having sex. Because this is the pleasure card came out for her. So I feel like, and then on top of that, I had got the devil card. I'm trying to escape my problems. I'm in need of something outside of myself. I got the Ten of Swords reversed. After what they did to me, I know it hurts them to see me doing better. And I got the Star reversed. I'm feeling insecure. I have a list of things I want to change about myself. I care about what people think of me, and I could tell she do. She care a lot about what people think of her. I seen it and just watching a little bit in her video. Um, I felt like her energy to me felt like she was on the verge of like a panic attack. You know, she looked calm on the outside, but internally it's fucking crazy, you know. And I know a lot of times people is a little chaotic internally. I'm a Scorpio moon. Shit, I know. I know. Okay. But there's good chaos and then there's toxic chaos. The toxic chaos usually turn toxic when you stay in that energy for so long and you just try to repress it and you don't deal with it. You don't acknowledge it or you try to act like it's not even there. Then the energy start to turn into like inner demons. So, and I feel like she want to get laid. Honestly, I feel like she wants some good ass dick or something. Cause I feel like they stopped being intimate in the relationship. All right, let's get some more of the awakening card. Some more clarity. Yeah, she's feeling like adventurous now. Um, what's the worst could happen? Go for it. And when I calm my mind, I can hear my soul desires. So, yo, ever since Mercury went direct, like my car's been like on point. During Mercury retrograde, it was a struggle. So I might open back personal readings, but give me a minute. Like I want to get out the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. All right, so I mean, yeah, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Like she I feel like she kind of went through like a dark night of the soul, which it was actually like a form of depression, and I'm feeling like it was hormonal. Like after she had her baby or something. I feel like she went through a depression, and for her to get out of that energy, she had to go through a dark night of the soul. And when you go through that type of transformation, you learn more about yourself. And the only way to gain peace is to come to accepting yourself and finding balance within yourself. So I feel like that's what she's trying to do. Like she's on that journey of accepting herself and loving herself, because if she didn't, it could have got worse. It could have went into like suicidal thoughts, mental illness. It could have got worse. So, so far I don't really, well, I'm not gonna take sides, period. But because I do understand both perspectives, but I do feel like when it comes to young Pharaoh, he's not being as understanding as he could be, because I feel like he's a bit militant, and the environment that he want his woman to be in is a bit restrictive. But he want to be able to have freedom to express himself however he want to express himself, but his woman is not allowed to have that. So he needs to update his thinking, his mentality, okay? Especially if he's poly. I ain't trying to hear none of that poly bullshit with man up here talking about they want to have multiple wives, but they expect their woman to be faithful. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Like, if you really want an open relationship, then be fair, okay? Be fair about it. And they keep trying to give us these old, outdated philosophies to try to accept this bullshit. Man, that's back in the past. We going into the future, okay? That shit was making people miserable 1,000 years ago, and it's making people miserable now. Stop trying to get us to accept that bullshit. Golly. Alright, let's get more of this creativity. Oop, the car on fail. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, child. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna come back to that, but let me go ahead and get some cards for the illness and wellness one, and I'm gonna come back and talk about that. Child, she might had find somebody or was entertaining somebody, you know, when things was dry in their relationship. Like maybe I want to say maybe she was communicating with somebody on the down low, and they was having like intimate conversations. And I mean, that's this the Ace of Cups falling on top of the creativity card. And I feel like sex is also creative energy. I do see her like texting somebody, but this could also be her falling in love with like a new hobby or a new passion or something like that. Um whatever this creativity energy is, I don't feel like she really fully figure it out yet. Like I feel like she's in the process of figuring it out. Right now, I kind of feel like she don't really know what she want to do. She just know that she wants something different. She know that she wants something better. I do feel fear. I do feel that. But she still, mm, y'all, something going on in my stomach. I'm feeling kind of queasy. Hold on. So I'm asking, like, what? I pulled some more cards about the creativity energy, and sensuality and change came out. There's a lot of, in her part of the reading, there's a lot of sexual energy. I really feel like she want to explore her sexual energy more or be more liberated when it comes to getting in tune with her femininity and feeling sexy and stuff like that. Like, that's important to a woman. And these are both Yoruba goddesses, Oya and Oshun. So that really interests me as well. And I don't think that this is something like, if young Pharaoh is being his divine self, I feel like he would try to be more understanding of this, because the way that people look at feminine and masculine energy, like, their perception is fucked up. They look at it as certain actions, like, oh, a feminine act like this, a masculine act like this. When in actuality, we are all made up of both energies. So when it comes to working with each other and understanding each other, we need to be empathetic in a way that we could put yourself in that person's shoes and ask yourself, would you be happy being in that person's shoes? Like, look at them as a spirit. Don't just look at them as your perception of what a woman is. Like, your programming of what a woman is. Look at that person as a spirit and ask yourself, like, if I was in her shoes, would I feel neglected? Would I have these urges if I was in this certain predicament? And I feel like young Pharaoh, this is a good opportunity for him to show how much he care about women, especially black women. Not saying that, like, if there was infidelity involved, I feel like he's justified to feel some type of way, but I just don't feel like he was being faithful. So why should he force her into a position that he can uphold? That's not right. So I'm gonna get into how they feel about each other right now. I'm not really sure what questions to ask. The person who requests, they just wanted to know what really happened. But yeah, I do want to see that young Pharaoh video. So if y'all have it, you know, I want to see it. All right, real quick, let's see what is the dynamic of their relationship right now. And I do feel like young Pharaoh is very stubborn. But I do feel like this golden baby girl, she's not direct and upfront. You know, she just don't say how she feel. Like, sometimes, and maybe she just don't know how. I see that with passive aggressive people. They don't really know how to communicate how they feel about something. So, but that's something that is healthy to learn. All right, what's the dynamic of their relationship right now? They might get back together. Or they could be trying to be cordial because they have kids and they trying to like keep in touch and work things out for the children and keep it cute. But something about it feels like, because distance makes the heart grow fonder and stuff like that, so they might get back together. But if they do, I feel like they going to break up again. And I feel like they're going to break up again because something happened that really sabotaged this relationship. It was some type of um like I feel like they might not trust each other. All right. Why did this snake card come out, Spirit? All right, with this I caught myself standing in your shadow because I was afraid to stand in the spotlight. I feel like that's how the golden baby girl feel. Like, I feel like if they get together, it's like under certain type of restrictive terms and conditions. Like if they get back together, it's due to fear. Like fear of being a single mom. Um, Fear of being responsible, solely responsible. Like it's, and I understand. I do. I really do. Because as a mother myself, and for a long time I was a single mom, I had experienced some of the same fears. So I do get it. But if that's the reason for them to get back into a relationship, I just don't think it's going to last. Because it seemed to be like a disconnect and them kind of like not trusting each other. But maybe try to make it work for the kids or something like that. And I do feel like it's love here, but I feel like just it's been a lot of damage done in this relationship. And I feel like a lot of the issues has to do with young Pharaoh mindset, just the way that he perceives certain things. Like when it comes to relationships, I feel like he could be very restricting. He want things to be a certain type of way. He want a certain type of image. He have very high expectations of the woman that he is with. So it's restricting and it's hard to live up to his standards. And I don't feel like he just like mean and ugly about it, like somebody like Alihio. But I feel like he would do certain things or say things that would make her feel insecure. Like, the third child, he like, dang, babe, you getting a little big now, you getting a little big, or something like that. It's not funny, especially when a woman is dealing with depression after having a baby. Like something like that could really fuck with her mind. And something about his priorities is kind of fucked up. Like he could put business above spending time with his family or making his wife feel love. I feel like he's in his head a lot. Like even when he's home, he like thinking and planning and shit like that instead of just being present. And I kind of just feel like she felt like she just couldn't keep up with his standards. All right, now let's get into how they currently feel about each other. All right, so when it comes to Golden Baby, the first card I pulled is I'm focusing on my goals. So I'm feeling like I don't feel like she know exactly what she want to do, but she know that she want to do something. So it's like the mentality of let me silence my phone, y'all. So it's like the mentality of no matter what, she don't want to be restricted and she wants to have the freedom to go after whatever she choose her ambitions to be. Mm. She might get into divination, tarot readings, and all of that with this High Priestess card coming out. I also got I'm in a time of transition and moving towards peace. But hmm, with this Ten of Cups, like I'm kind of wondering, like, is this young Pharaoh or is it somebody else? Something got her feeling romantic, and I kind of feel like it's young Pharaoh, but I feel like there's a possibility of it could be somebody else. Like I feel like she might be on going on dates and stuff, but a part of me feel like it's young Pharaoh. It might be two people, like, cause it feels like two energies. So she could be kind of like keeping her options open. But for some reason, I feel like her and young Pharaoh is kind of like maybe dating or something, trying to start over or something like that. She is worried about his image. So, and I feel like he's worried about his image too, but I feel like it almost felt like a burden to her to worry so much about his image because she just kind of want to do her own thing and be free to do that. I do feel like she still deals with times of depression, but I feel like at one point it was a lot worse than it is now. Alright, let me get my Light Seers Tarot. I'm getting cards from the Light Seers Tarot of how she feel towards young Pharaoh now. And the first card came out is Ten of Swords. Again, in a different deck. So, yeah, something he did and the Hangman keep coming out. So something that he did, um, she felt backstabbed by him. He did something that really upset her or made her feel like he don't really care. She definitely she definitely felt guarded when it comes to him. Like she trying to keep her distance cuz she trying to figure herself out. And she want justice to be served. Like, oh boy. I feel like that's what I'm feeling like when I seen bits and pieces of her video. I feel like there's something like she kind of want to put him on blast because she feel like she deserved that justice, but she refraining from doing it. And I feel like he's doing things to keep her from doing it. Like I kind of feel like he in her ear, like, look, let's be cordial. I won't say anything about you if you don't say anything about me. Something like that. But that might not last for too long. She might end up speaking because, for one, she felt really hurt by what happened. And she felt like she's stuck in this hangman energy if she don't fully express herself how she want to. Okay. She is tired of fighting with him, like petty arguments. But she still feel upset, but she's really passive aggressive. And she's worried about security as well. She might be a bit dependent on him right now. But yeah, with this 10 of Pentacles reverse, the relationship is about done for her. But I do kind of feel like they might reconcile for a little while, but I don't think it's gonna last. All right, so let's get into young Pharaoh, how he feel towards her right now. They might be both dating other people. Like, it is like a move on energy and both day energy, but I feel like it's still some type of attachment, like maybe when it comes to the kids or something, or for appearances, or to keep people quiet and all of that, because there's things that he don't want to get out. All right, so mm, again, this came up. I thought I was being protective, but maybe I was too possessive. He is starting to see some of his ways. It's like he's becoming a little empathetic towards her. He is like trying to keep focus on work though. And with this card right here, people are tired of my egotistical nature. I'm finding it hard to be faithful and tell the truth. So I do see that it's like he's starting to slowly see her perspective. And with this card, I'm tired of waiting. I have a new perspective and I will act on it. I will make sacrifices for my happiness. I'm kind of feeling like he might try to get back with her just because he's in this reflective type energy. Like, damn, did I let the love of my life get away? Like, he's starting to really like look at himself and being like, do I need to change? Like, am I being egotistical? So, like, that's what the energy is like. And also, where I'm adjusting to change, I have grown spiritually and love coexisting in peace with others. So, he feeling like he's changing. I guess they both went through like some type of spiritual awakening and growth. So, it looking kind of positive on his end. Like, if he's like in this reflective type energy, it just, it just like, I feel like he did something that really fucked shit up in this relationship. And I'm feeling like it has something to do with infidelity, but I know that he's so-called poly, but I feel like somewhere he crossed the line and he did something that he was not supposed to do. And that really sabotaged their relationship. So there's a trust issue there now that I feel like they might try to work on. I just don't feel like I feel like they will break up again, but I guess there's a possibility for change. But I feel like it needs to be I feel like he's changing certain like he's seeing what he did wrong. Like he's seeing some of her perspective, but I feel like he don't want to get rid of certain philosophies. And I don't think that's gonna be good enough for her. I feel like he might not do this particular action again, but she would still feel restricted in the relationship. I feel like the tower moment that happened, it shined light on other areas in their relationship that was falling apart or wasn't being tended to or was stagnant. And certain parts of it he don't want to change because it was really beneficial to him. And she's kind of like, look, I want to be more than a housewife. I want to be like, I want to do more with my life. I'm also hearing that she might want to be like a business partner with him. And if they already do business together, like she might want things to be legalized. I do not see marriage here, but that might also be something she wants. And if it's not marriage, I feel like she's starting to wise up. Like, it's like she's starting to want stuff in her name. She don't want play security now. She want the real deal. She wants stuff in her name. She want credit for the work that she put in. Alright, let me not let y'all suffer through my horrible shuffling. And let me finish this up. Alright, so it's things that he wanna say too. It's things that he wanna say on social media, whatever that he wanna put on blast too. Okay? Because I got the Page of Swords twice, and in my deck that I created, I want to say it was on my mind, maybe on social media. I want to be known for my intelligence and eye for details. I wonder what they're up to. I'm feeling like he might want to do like some form of damage control. Like maybe he want to spin the narrative to his favor. Yeah, because he do stress. He care about what people think of him too. They both do. And he also guarded. So I think that, and then on the bottom of the deck is Five of Cups. So there's some form of um, disappointment. I'm kind of feeling like he feel like he have reason to be the way that he was. Like, hmm. I gotta get some more clarity. Hold on, y'all. I mean, honestly, he might want to do like some fake shit, like try to make it seem like they together and everything is happy to keep up appearances on social media. If that is the case, then the universe is going to show him that nah, he just need to be real. Okay? If he try to do some fake shit, if he try to do some fake shit, I'm tired, y'all. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. If he tried to do some fake shit right now, it's gonna blow up in his face. So he might as well keep it real. the little timer thing going off. So he might as well keep it real. But, and if they don't get back together, I kind of feel like he want to tell his side of the story, which I don't feel like he wrong. I feel like his side of the story is like reasons why he stopped being attracted to her, or reasons why he stepped out of the relationship, or reasons, stuff like that. He want to give his reason why he behaved the way that he behaved, because I feel like this golden baby girl, she know a lot, and I think he did something that was pretty trifling, and he don't want it to get out. So it's kind of like he want to control the narrative or the information that gets out. And some parts of this, he kind of feel like the victim. He kind of felt like he worked really hard to try to keep this relationship together, and like she was hard to satisfy. But I do feel like he feel good about moving on. Like it's something that he don't really mind, because they both was feeling stagnant and stuck in the relationship. They both wasn't happy for a long time. This ain't just happened. Like it's been like a domino effect. Like I feel like there was some type of disconnection. Um, they wasn't having sex like they usually do, or what is like normal in a relationship. And there was a major disconnect. And when there's a disconnect, it's like you leave holes for other people. Not necessarily other people, but like when we in a relationship and we start to feel like something is missing, we go look for that source externally. So, and I kind of feel like both of them was doing that. But I feel like there's some type of line that he crossed that made her feel very backstabbed. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope y'all enjoy the reading and stay blessed.